What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. Y'all see I got that hoodie on, say stack or starve. I'm gonna let you see what the back look like. I had just ordered this sample just to, make sure that it is what it's supposed to be. So I got the orders on the way. I'll let y'all know when they ready. I got this color, I got black, and I got pink. So we're gonna jump straight into this, bro. I'm going to tell y'all about this very successful store call operation that I had never seen nowhere else, and how some people tried to sabotage it, tried to run these folks out of business. So you got these two old school dudes. You got Mr. Earl and you got Mr. Rowe. Mr. Earl, bald head, muscles on muscles, man, works out all day. Like, he be working out before he go to detail. He get back in from detail, he's working out. Mr. Rowe, he don't do no working out. He like Hispanic or something. Mr. Rowe kind of like, more on the heavy set side. But Mr. Rowe and Mr. Earl is good buddies. And man, these guys been working in the store area, I'd say about a good year and a half. And probably the past year, bro, they've had this little thing going on. Like I say, I don't think I've seen no other place, no other prison or nothing. They job as the store orderlies is, let's just say, for instance, I'm in jail. My girl come put $20, or my mama or my brother, whoever, they come put $20 on my books. Once the money post, we got a certain day we can fill out a store sheet, and then we can turn it in so that we can get our store on the appropriate store day. So the two store orderlies, Mr. Earl and Mr. Rowe, they'll go up there to work their detail, and the store lady will print off, everybody from each dorm that got money on their books. And then she'll give all the sheets to the orderlies, and then they just go around filling up all the orders. So at this point, we were able to go to store $60 a week, bro. Every time they came in the dormitory, Mr. Earl or Mr. Rowe. Mr. Earl, I think, was the ringleader over all of it, but Mr. Earl or Mr. Rowe would be in the middle of them doing what they doing. They'll slip a bag somehow to somebody. So the vibes I got from it, I believe the store ladies know what they doing. Maybe they got something worked out, I don't know. But they still don't just do it in their face. Like, they like to make it seem secretive. And I think the reason they do that, which is smart, is just in case they ever get caught, it could seem as if, the store ladies had no idea. Or just in case another officer looking, just anything, and to keep people out your business. Like, you got inmates just sit around and be in folks' business all day. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody catch that or feel like the store ladies letting them do that, it could turn into a situation where, people start running their mouth and stuff. So one day, the dude that's in our dorm that always goes over there 24/7, grabbing the food from Mr. Earl or Mr. Rowe, he transfers one night. The next day, you see Mr. Earl and Mr. Rowe, like, moving around the dorm, just talking to random people. You know what I'm saying? Talking to people, people that I ain't never really seen them talk to before. So I believe they were scouting for somebody else that they could add on their team or something like that. So Mr. Earl eventually make his way over there to me. I'm standing on the top range smoking the Chris Brown city. He like, "C Bill, what's up? What's up with you, young brother?" I'm like, "Cool, and what going on, Mr. Earl?" So he asked me, he like, "Hey, this store day coming up. You trying to make you an extra $15? And I was just like, "Shit, oh no, Mr. Earl, I don't be trying to get," and it's not an issue. It's just that whenever situations, bro, whenever it's an opportunity for me to be a part of something that I know could go sour, I kind of would try my best to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? Another concern of mine is I'm working on getting my own stuff together. So I never want to be placed in a situation where if this shit get popped to the staff, it looks like C Bill was over here trying to steal some store call, and then I'm going to be in the hole for some dumb shit. So he was like, look here, man. He looked around a little bit. He said, man, these folk know what's going on. He said, I'm telling you, you straight. That's the last thing you had to worry about. He said, it's a few people in here, you feel me, that I pulled up on or whatever. But to be honest, CB, I don't trust these niggas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas some broke-minded ass niggas. And he dropped some real jewels on me, which I had already knew. But that was, I guess, verification. He said, see, broke ain't all about what's in your pocket, what you got in your locker box. He said, see, you can have a bank account with $0, but if you ambitious and you got a rich ass mindset, you not broke, because at some point you gonna be utilizing all this stuff, and bro, it can only go up. He said, but if you got a broke ass mindset, man, you can have $1 million, but the way you think just so broke and stupid, you always gonna end back up broke eventually one day. He said a lot of these niggas got a broke ass mindset. Just be wanting to leech off a nigga, everybody trying to be slick. He said, I like how you just cool, kind of stay to yourself, quiet, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. He like, I know you seem like you stand on morals and stuff. He was like, man, that's why I'm just trying to see. He like, bro, if I got to throw an extra $5 on there, if I got to give you $20, just to, you feel me, just grab the stove, throw it in your room, wait till I get back, don't take nothing out of it. And then we'll go through the 20. I'll let you pick the 20 out right in front of me. I just want to do my whole count on it. So I was like, all right, bro, fuck it. It's straight. We could do it. I don't care. The night before that next store day rolled around, he pulled up on me. He was like, he asked me, was I going to store? I told him, yeah. He was like, well, look, he's going to be positioned all the way at the right side of the table, because they bring in these long folding tables, and that's what they use to put the store on and all that. So he's going to be all the way at the end. And he was telling me, when I come get my store, when I open my net bag, like hang it to the right side of the table, because they used to have these hooks on it where you could just hang it to drop all your stuff in. He like, hang yours to the right side of the table, and when I fill up your bag, just grab both of them. You're going to see another bag right there the whole time. So I'm like, I bet. Store they come. He called my name. I probably was like the 5th or 6th person that went to store. I got it. Everything was straight. Took it up there to the room, went on about his business. And I know, and I mean, he's old school, but this how you know he an old school nigga. Because when I got it, when I was getting ready to walk off, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some back in the day shit. So I got my door wide open, right? Because there's a few people that owe me food and stuff. So I like to keep it open. So I don't want to hear no excuses. I ain't no, oh, bro, I came up there to your room. And no. So I had the door wide open. I'm standing with my back facing the box, with my face facing the bed, and I'm counting up my stuff, because a few people that owe me stuff done brought me stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I noticed this dude, Marco, this little blood dude, done walked past my room twice looking in here, though. And, I don't know what Buddy Mike got going on, you know what I'm saying? But it seems as if he keep looking at that big bag that's on the floor in the corner, which is Mr. Earl food. So I'm doing my thing. You got people coming in that owe me, bringing me stuff. So after I get me a good little count, I decided to take me a break, get me a Chris Brown CD, roll it up, step outside the door, just see what's going on, light him up, standing out there smoking one. Marco come walking back down here. He was like, hell going on? Here you got going on, child? Playing in his little nappy little afro. I'm like, shit, cool. He like, shit, you ain't got another Chris Brown CD? I'm like, yeah, $2. Let me straighten you out when my partner get back from detail. So I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. Now, it's like this. I used to have, different phases, bro. I had different phases in prison. I had phases where I would be pissed off if somebody don't bring me my $2 back. I had a phase where I feel like you asking me for this, knowing you can't pay me, I'm going to give it to you anyway. And that's how much it costed me to keep you out my face. Because as long as you owe me and you know you ain't paid me, you're not going to be in my face. And I think, this was one of them. I really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing Marco with food sometime, but not really for real. But if you bring me $2 back, bro, I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, just don't make me feel like you just tried me, like I'm a sucker. Just be cool. Chill out now. I go in the room. I'm getting him a Chris Brown CD out. When I'm getting it out, he like, that nigga Mr. Earl, Mr. Rono, man. That nigga lame as hell, man. Old ass nigga, bro. I really don't like them old ass niggas. So I'm already having an understanding of what's going on in my mind. So I turn around with the Chris Brown CD. I'm like, why you say that for? Why you don't like them niggas? He like, cuz, bro, them niggas be around here doing all this shit, bro. You feel me? Then my brother up there in G building, fought around, got a job in there, talking about, but it was stealing some Snicker bars. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know damn well them nigga work one. I'm like, shit, bro, that's they judge. That's what they doing. Shit, niggas don't even need to be applying for real. Niggas need to just chill out, let them do what they do. So he was like, bro, them niggas some civilians, bro. You feel me? They some civilian. These niggas running around here doing all this shit like they just got down the mob or something. While he's sitting there messing with the Chris Brown CD because I gave him a rolling paper too. Like he getting ready to roll it right there and there. He looks down. He was like, damn. You feel me? These niggas finessing the real ones, some of the real ones to get caught up in their bullshit. So the laughter was, he's talking about me because I got Mr. Earl food in my room. So he say they're finessing the real ones to get caught up in their bullshit. So I'm like, bro, I'm not caught up in nothing. I ain't caught up in none of that. And you know what I'm saying? So it was, he threw that out there in a joking manner just in case I took offense to it. It could be like, nah, I was just fucking with you, bro. I was just playing. I was just playing with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no joking manner. If he knew for a fact, 100%, that he could probably try me on something about that, he probably would. And Mr. Ray and Mr. Rodham been doing this for a minute. So based off the things he's saying is leading me to believe that he and maybe someone else is getting fed up with watching Mr. Rodham eat. When he said his homeboy, one of his blood partners, got a job up there and they fired him and said he was stealing. Listen, I know this for a fact. It's supposed to be 3 store orderlies, but it was only 2 for the whole compound. Bro, every single person that got a detail, that got a job in the store within the past year got fired some type of way, bro. Either they, as soon as the new person came up there, a bunch of shit started coming up missing. They was trying to do extra stuff, trying to help people, which is ultimately going to mess up the store's inventory. It was something with every single person except for Mr. Rowe and Mr. Earl. That leads me to believe, and everybody else on the compound, they working ones on niggas. They don't, nobody, they is Johnny out. They don't want nobody in their detail workspace. They want to be the only 2 up there working. And if the administrators put a new person inside the store, they're going to purposely do something to make the store ladies fire them. So if I've been working in the store for a year and ain't nothing ever came up fishy, and then they hired Lil Ray Ray up here, and then soon Lil Ray Ray get up here, you got to remember, I've been up here for a year, so I know how to finesse things. I know how to do something slick if I wanted to. So then I purposely steal 4 candy bars. And then when the store ladies get to doing their inventory, they're like, damn, we short on 4 candy bars. And then they look at me and they look at me, Lil Ray Ray, and they be like, what the hell happened to them 4 candy bars? And I be like, well, I don't know. I ain't even seen no 4 candy bars. They're going to take my word because I've been here for a year. He's going to get fired. So I believe that's what they've been doing to keep people out their business, keep people out of what they got going on. So I'm like, shit, bro. So, you know, later on that day, Mr. Earl and them come in. Mr. Earl got a big bag on his shoulder walking in. Mr. Rowe got a big bag on his shoulder. Mr. Rowe go to his room. Mr. Earl go to his room, drop his bag off. Then he come up there to my room. He dump all the food out on the floor. We do a count right then and there. He gave me 20. He took the rest, went on about his business. I put the food up, made me a little something to eat, come back up here to my room, pulled the door up. I was sitting there eating, and I went to thinking about what Marco was talking to me about, bro. And I understand where, you know, Marco and them, you know, is in the game. They bloods. And it's like, we sitting around this bitch broke. And we young, bro. Marco can't be no older than 22. And I'm sitting here watching these 2 old niggas old enough to be my granddaddy that I know probably can't, you know, probably ain't got much as wind as me, no matter how much he work out, sit here and get all this money on. getting all this fettuccine. So what they do with the food is they run store and they cash out, bro. So I told y'all before, at one point for $25, like if I go to the store man or the cash out man and I got $25 cash app or a green dot, at one point you would get $17.50, $18 in food. But it fluctuates. So Mr. Ronem dropped their price to 15. Then as a little time went by, but that bit dropped to 12. Then that bit dropped to 13. Then that bit dropped to $12.50. But here's the kicker. It's a chain gang $12.50. So, all right, at one point, honey buns were like 85 cents. You round it off. So that's going to be counted as $1. They got these little packs of crackers that's like 42 cents, but you round it off as 50 cents. So if I come to Mr. Earl and say, hey, I got $25, cash me out, he's going to give me $12.50 chain gang dollars, and he can give me 12 honey buns, which is 85 cents a piece at this time, and one of them packs of crackers, which is 40 cents a piece at this time, and that's my $12.50. So I'm already getting half. Now I'm getting less than half on the real dollar amount. Bro, these two old guys was running it up with the food, bro. Like, people in prison can really, really, really make a lot of money selling food. That's what it was. He just felt some type of way about that. Like I say, they sitting around the dorm broke, waiting on mom to send them $20 every 2-3 weeks, and he watching these old schools eat and shit. I feel like, bro, just respect it. You feel me? And we at a level 5 high security prison. Like, bro, you got to respect these guys, you know what I'm saying? Out the blue, I go to hearing noise, you know what I'm saying? I go to hearing like commotion. Then I hear like a stomping noise in front of my door like 2-3 times, which lets me know somebody running. Instantly, I grab the candy bar because I don't know what's going on. Could be somebody I got love for out there. I go push the door open. When I push the door open, I see like 3 bloods running down the steps, and then the commotion is down there on the big floor, and you got Mr. Earl arguing, going back and forth with Marco. Then you got other bloods like coming up. Then Mr. Rowe just came out the room and he walking over there. Mr. Rowe got his shirt off, belly out, so much damn hair on his stomach. Looked like a couple of them chia pets just stuck to his damn stomach or something. It looked like a bunch of taco meat just stuck on his stomach. So he come walking up there. So Mr. Earl saying, man, you got us fucked up. You got us fucked up. You got us fucked up, Marco. Marco, listen to me now. Listen to me now. He doing like this, man. His damn finger so damn long. Think he a damn alien or something. I'm talking about, bro, his index finger about that long, bro. I'm talking about, listen to me, Marco. You got us fucked up now. Marco, you got us fucked up now. Make a long story short, all the arguing stopped. And Mr. Earl ended up going in his room, accompanied by about 2 or 3 bloods. Mr. Rowe ended up going in his room, accompanied by about 2 or 3 bloods. So I was like, damn, they finna goddamn rob these folks, put these folks on the door. So I ain't no telling what they finna do. So one of my partners come up there. He's sitting next to me on the rail. He like, you got a crib around city? I'm like, hell yeah. So he walk off real quick, come back with $2. Come in the room, I'm getting it for him. He like, yeah, they down there robbing Unc now. He said, yeah, these folks say they putting the press on Unc now from now on. I'm like, no, what they talking about? He like, shit, that boy Marco said he want half of everything they got coming through the door now. And shit, all the blood's going along with it, you know what I'm saying? And, bruh, I just want to say this real quick, bruh. And this ain't to get off subject or nothing, but I'm thinking about this operation that Mr. Early had going on. Bro, people make a dumb decision on the streets, then get in prison and become the biggest entrepreneur in there, then get out and then be thinking about some drugs, this and that. Listen to me, bro. If we use this same ambition that we got to do something, run an illegal operation or figure it out once we in there, bro, this is the same ambition these people is building these big Fortune 500 companies with. Like, we can do it legally and legit, bro. I just randomly thought about that. So he like, Marco said, goddamn, he won't have everything they got coming through here now. You know what I'm saying? He like, but shit, Mr. Earl ain't no hoe now. Mr. Earl was on High Max for 6 years. Now, I didn't know that. Now, if somebody on High Max for 6 years, 9 times out of 10, they whack somebody in chain gang. Because if you got a life sentence already and you whack somebody in chain gang, they're probably going to give you life without. But as far as the High Max thing, you're going to sit for at least 5 years. So whenever somebody say they sat on High Max for the minimum of 5 years, everybody assumed they whacked somebody in chain gang. So he like, yeah, Mr. Earl whacked somebody, bro. He ain't no hoe or nothing, but shit, they in the room, so I don't know what they might got going on. Blood dudes come out, net bag full of food, Mr. Row room and Mr. Earl room. And I was just like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? They done got them folks. It's like, that's why that prison world just so dangerous, bro. You feel me? Because they probably went in there and told them, but we gonna kill y'all. Y'all don't come on with this. Like, ain't no telling what they told them. You know what I'm saying? Then, shit, everything went normal. So I'm assuming Mr. Earl and them probably was looking at it like, if we go at it with these guys, we gonna mess up our whole operation. So at least I can still continue to get half of what I was getting versus me getting nothing. Half is better than nothing any day, but at the same time, you going out like Cornball Jamal. So everything went on normally, you know what I'm saying? So now, from now on, when they come in with the store, Mr. Earl passes the bag off to Marco or one of them other blood dudes. And then you will see Marco sitting around doing broke all day. Soon that store call come in, he get it. That boy down there at the poker table. He walking around buying Chris Brown CDs and Al Green CDs. So their extortion plan, it was successful. They succeeded in doing what it is that, they was doing to the old folks. That probably went on, bro, for about a good 3 weeks. One morning, store day, I'm up early, brushing my teeth, washing my face, knock at the door. I look through the flap. I had the flap pulled up a little bit anyway. I look, I see Mr. Earl. I push the door open. I'm like, what's up? He step in. You could do me a favor. I'm going to pay you. I need you to do me 2 solids, man. 2 solids. So I'm like, what's up? When Tank wake up, tell him I said, make them adjustments. And when we come in here with the stove, can you grab the bag for me and then just lock it in your room or something? Don't let nobody get it. I'm going to deal with it when I get back or whatever. And then I was like, you said tell Tank make some adjustments. What the hell that man? He was like, he gonna know what it mean. I just don't want to, me and his roommate done got into it 2-3 times. So I don't want to go in there and bother him. Just wait till he wake up because he gonna be going to detail. So Tank is a guy that sleeps downstairs by the shower. He's just, he's a civilian, but he do a lot of handy stuff around the dorm. He just do all kind of things for people for a couple soups and stuff, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll tell Tank that, but as far as the store thing, I don't know what you got going on. I be seeing you in the Bloods having a lot of dealings, and I just don't want to get myself mixed up in that, bro. Because I'm not sure what's really going. I'm trying to, not offend him on some shit like saying, "Nigga, I know you been getting extorted." Hell no, I'm trying to say it in a different way. And he was like, I respect that, little bro. I respect that. He said, but please just tell Tank make them adjustments for me. So I'm like, all right, that's a bet. And he was like, and make sure don't nobody hear you when you say it. I said, all right, that's a bet. They called the store orderlies, Mr. Rowe, Mr. Earl leave out. They eventually called breakfast, and I seen Tank shooting out the breakfast, but I ain't say nothing because he got to come back in the dorm anyway, you feel me? When he came back in the dorm, say, Tank, I called him up here to the room. He came up here. So when he came up here, Marco was walking past me. So I was like, you still needed that Chris Brown CD? He was like, shit, hell yeah, let me get a Chris Brown CD. He was confused, like, hell yeah, come on. So we stepped in the room. I went to get him a Chris Brown CD for real, though, just because we just discussed it. I was like, hey, bro, that nigga, Mr. Earl, told me to tell you when you wake up to make them adjustments. That nigga eyes got big. He was like, for real? That what he said? I said, hell yeah, I don't know what he talking about, but he just told me make sure I tell you make them adjustments. And, he ain't want me to say it around nobody or whatever the case is. He was like, oh, shit, but this shit finna pop, CB. Whatever you got going on, you better make sure you got your shit put up. I said, what you mean it's finna pop? He said, you know what the hell he telling me? I said, hell no, nigga, nigga never told me make no adjustment. He telling me grease the cameras up real good for him. So here's the thing. I believe I've spoke about greasing the cameras up before. It's when somebody take the broom, they take a bunch of Vaseline, they put it on the tips of the broom, they stick the broom all the way up and wipe it and rub it all over the camera. So when the people that, can go back and pull the cameras, if they decide to look at it, if some shit popped off, they can't see who's doing what. The only time somebody asks somebody to grease the cameras up is when somebody finna get hurt bad and they don't want to get in trouble for it. They don't want to get caught. They don't want the administration to see that it was them. So that's the only time they'll ask somebody to grease the cameras up. So he like, oh yeah, I'm about to go do it, but this shit finna pop. I'm just letting you know, if you got anything, you know what I'm saying, you might as well go on put it up. He leave out the room. I'm like, all right, bet. And they called lunch. Lil Tank didn't go to lunch. When everybody else went out and the few people who stayed in the dorm, you could tell he was just watching. And he had to know something that was going on, bro, because one of the blood dudes will be outside the room. He won't be doing nothing. He'll just act like he ain't doing nothing, act like he fixing a broom or just like he about to sweep or whatever the case is. Soon one of the blood dudes walk off or walk in that room or go back in their room, he'll hurry up, run over there to the camera, go to hitting it. So that's how I know Mr. Earl probably had him on point and he know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? By the time he got the cameras all nice and greased up, because it took him a few sessions throughout the day. It's like 4 cameras in the dorm. He couldn't do it all right then and there, and then it was different angles. One of the cameras up there by one of the blood dudes' rooms, so he just had to get in whenever he could get in. And bro, by the time he finished, I'd say about an hour later, they said, stand by for Stow car. Stow car coming this way. And you seen, the Stow people with Mr. Earl, Mr. Rowe coming in the dorm. And I'm thinking crazy, you know what I'm saying? I don't put my people on point. I'm like, man, these folk about to run in their bed. They just go to pop in the blood. Like, I don't know what they about to do, but it's only 2 of them, you know what I'm saying? And they live in this dorm, so I'm not sure what's about to happen, but it just had my mind going crazy. You got to join that membership to see what happened next. This is a membership sneak peek video.